Hello, everybody. This is Ken, and today I'm going to walk you through on the system that I built for a client. So, before anything else, this system takes a total stranger, someone who's never heard of me, all the way to signed paying client with almost zero manual follow up on my end. So, I built this entirely in Go High Level. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly how it works. So, before I even show you the whole system, let's talk about first why it exists. So, most business lose their deals in the same handful places. One of the most common is leads go cold because nobody follows up fast enough. So it totally makes sense because once a lead comes in and nobody responds to them, then they'll probably look somewhere else. Second is people book a call, then they won't show up. Then that slot just got wasted. So I already seen this problem multiple times. They already booked a discover call, but then the client forgets about a call or the client did not show up. So having a system that makes sure they show up, sends them a reminder, is a really huge help for businesses. And another thing here is contracts get sent, then nobody, not just the client, to actually sign it. So you already sent the contract, then the client forgets it, and no any follow up was actually given. So client tends to forget it, and that lead or the potential client actually can be taken from other businesses. And lastly is once someone is a client, there's no real system that help them become more engaged in a long-term basis. So this whole system that I built is going to help you make sure that you avoid those kind of mistakes. So let me show you. Stay tuned. All right, let's start. So in here, this is the first. Um, so here's how the workflow looks. So client workflow, and in here we have multiple stages. So let's start with the first one. So this is the lead capture stage in the client workflow, wherein the clients will submit a form in the website if they're interested, and in that form, they'll actually get something in return, like a free checklist. So we call that a lead magnet form. And once they fill out the form, they'll go through in here. So they're a new client, and we're going to nurture them after they fill out the form. So we're going to send them a an email for discovery call, wherein we're going to send them the link of our website, and in the website they can book a call with the client. So if ever they don't book a call after 1 day, then we're going to send them another one after 3 days. If they still haven't booked a call, next one is 7 days, 14 days, up until 30 days. So we're going to make sure that even though they haven't booked a call yet, we're constantly sending them follow-ups just in case they change their mind. And on the next one in here is we're going to walk through on the appointment booking confirmation. So let's say the client actually books a call. So on the website that I built for a client, they actually have a calendar there directly wherein the client can book a call. And once they book a call, then this workflow will come in wherein we're going to send them an email confirmation for the details of their call, like the time, date, location, just like this one, and the things that we're going to cover during the discovery call. And as you can see in here, we have a reminders and appointment canceled, appointment no show, just in case. So let's go through here first. So this workflow is very important um, when you have a calendar or when you're booking a call using a calendar, because once they book a call, of course, the reminder will be sent, just like this one, a 24-hour reminder before the call. This will make sure that they don't forget the call that they booked. After that, we're going to send them 2 hours before the appointment. Another reminder will be sent to them. It can be through email or through text, and then the last one will be a 10-minute reminder, just to make sure that they'll see it and then they'll attend to the call. So by just using this workflow, it actually helped us increase the show rates up to 33% for this client. That's why these kind of follow-up or reminders are really important. Next in line is, just in case that the call was already executed, if ever they canceled, then what we'll do here is we'll send them an email again to rebook the call, to make sure that they can book another call in here. And it's the same thing with the no show. We'll send them another reminder just in case they want to book again. So after that, let's say that the call was already finished, and in here the client will actually fill out a form, and their answer on the form will determine where the lead will go. So in here, as you can see, is proceed with contracts and invoices. Clients wants to book a second discover call if ever the client is not satisfied with the first one or have any more questions, and client is not ready now. So what we'll do here is we're going to add a client to another workflow wherein we're going to nurture them. And of course, the next one is client does not wish to proceed. So of course, if the client doesn't want to hire a VA with us, because this client is a VA agency, then we're going to respect their decision and make sure that they won't receive any emails or any SMS from us. And if ever the client did not show up, then they'll go to the no show workflow, wherein they'll receive another email to rebook. And yes, that's the last one. So in here as well is, once they actually proceed with the contracts and invoice, they'll receive a bunch of emails wherein um, confirming their um, staying with us. Just like here, congratulations on taking the step with us, and so on and so forth. So after that, in here is, this is the workflow for sending the contracts and invoices. So as you can see, it's kind of overwhelming to look at, but I guarantee you this workflow is really simple. So what it does is basically send a contract to the client automatically without you even touching anything. So the setup for this client is, he wants the contract to be sent to him first. Then once he signs it, then it will be sent to the client. So, and in here is, as you can see, we have a webhook. This will send data to the main account, because this one is just a sub account and we have a different account wherein all of the invoices actually are made. So all of the invoices are centralized there. And this will send the data of the client, including the name, email, phone number, and who is the source of this client to make sure that we can track whoever is the representative that owns that client or lead. And next one is this is another thing that I mentioned earlier, wherein once a contract is sent, we want to make sure that there's a workflow behind it that will send them a follow up if ever they haven't signed the contract yet. So in here, after 2 days, we're going to send them a reminder that you haven't signed in yet, signed the contract yet, and we're going to wait another 4 days. If ever the client did not sign after 4 days, then we're going to send a notification to the rep to make sure that he himself can do the follow up or call the client. Next is this one is just contract signed with tags. So this one will make sure that once the rep signs the contract, then that's the signal that is going to allow the webhook to be sent, because we don't want to send the invoice first before the contract. So once the rep signs the contract, then that's the only time that the invoice will be sent to the client. And in here is another process we're in. Since I mentioned that this client owns a VA agency, and in here we're just going to add a tag that will allow the client to receive a form wherein they can fill out the ideal VA that they want, like the characteristics or the skills that the VA, their ideal VA should have. And this one is for our HR. This will make sure that once our HR was able to look for that specific VA, then she can either drag and drop on the pipeline, wherein if the applications are complete or if all applications are rejected, the client did not want any of the three VAs that we chose for him or her. And if the client actually wanted or one VA. So all of them have their own emails or even confirmation. And next one is in here. So we also have a follow up sequence with a client wherein even though they're already a client of us and they're already paying, so we want to make sure that we check them in from time to time. So as you can see here, it is a 3 month email follow up sequence with tips for a client on day one, welcome, first check in. So basically, just giving them a run through on how does having a VA works, how to delegate their task, so on and so forth. So day two, day three, day four, day five. After the day five, we're moving to every week follow up, then every month, once a month, then after a year working with their own VA. So this will help making sure that the client stays engaged, even though they're already uh, paid us. And in here is client opt out. If ever the client doesn't want to work with us anymore or they already terminated their contract, Just going to make sure to remove them from all workflows, enable do not disturb mode. That way they won't receive any emails or SMS from us. And this one is just for another program wherein we're going to incorporate AI to their VA. And that's pretty much it for the workflow that I made for this specific client. And I'm going to show a lot more workflows, AIs they built in the next video. So stay tuned and thank you.